The old school way of doing marketing is dead. Right now, huge brands that everybody knows are burning millions of dollars on ads that nobody cares about. And meanwhile, people with absolutely zero ad budget are making fortunes. Anybody that's been on the internet for a while or has taken at least one marketing class is going to lead to one question. What changed? What if I told you there is a $100 million shift happening in marketing right now? And if you don't adapt, you're going to get left behind. So today, I'm going to be showing you exactly what's happening and how to capitalize on it. So depending on how long you've been alive, you would know businesses have been relying on interruption-based marketing, forcing their message in front of people that didn't ask for it. This is your typical stuff: TV commercials, cold ads, banner ads, YouTube pre-rolls. It's all built on the same outdated concept of interrupt the customer and hope that they care, but that's the problem. People don't care. Ads are being ignored, engagement rates are dropping, ad costs are skyrocketing, and the worst part is you're competing against massive companies with unlimited budgets. It's a losing game unless you play by different rules. And so now you might ask yourself, okay, so why is interruption marketing failing? After all, it has been the premier way to get your product out there. Well, the reason why it's failing is because people have more control than ever over what they see, what they consume. With ad blockers, skippable YouTube ads, traditional advertising is fighting a losing battle. More importantly, customer trust in ads has hit an all-time low. Studies show that over 90% of consumers don't trust traditional advertising and instead rely on recommendations from real people, whether they're influencers, real-life friends, or experts in their space. So if the old way doesn't work, what's the new way? Let's talk about the shift that's making people millions right now. So by now you might be asking yourself, what is replacing traditional marketing? Well, the answer is intent-based marketing. So instead of shoving a product in front of people, you become the go-to source of information, insight, and entertainment for your audience. Think about it. When was the last time you clicked on a Facebook ad? Now compare that to how often you've searched for an answer to a question or some random trend on YouTube, Google, or TikTok. What's the secret? You don't chase the audience. The audience comes to you. Stop chasing, start attracting. When you build a micro niche personal brand around your expertise, you attract an audience that's already looking for what you offer. That's why people who build authority in their space are pulling in millions without running a single ad. Now, the reason why intent-based marketing works is because it aligns with how consumers actually behave. When someone has a problem, they immediately see you as an authority. And the best part, they come with the intent to learn, buy, or take action. This is why YouTube, Google, and even TikTok are so powerful for organic growth. People are looking for answers, not distractions. Let's think about how that plays out in real life. When someone searches for best email marketing software, they're in the buying mindset. They don't need to be convinced to care about email marketing. They already do. Your job is just to show up wherever they're looking and be the one who gives them the answer. Compare that to running an Instagram ad for an email marketing software. The person scrolling wasn't thinking about email marketing at all, and now you're trying to force their attention. And in 2025, that's just an uphill battle that you'll never win. So why do micro niche personal brands win? Big brands are failing because they try to appeal to everyone. But when you target a very specific audience with a very specific need, you become an undisputed authority in your space. Look, in my marketing class, what they taught me was that you had to appeal to the largest amount of people as possible. But the fact is, that's just not true nowadays. Nowadays, you want the most niche possible people who are qualified and who you know want to buy your product. That's it. That's the game. Pick your niche, dominate it, and watch your business explode. So you might be asking, why does that work so well? Well, because people trust specialists over generalists. If you needed heart surgery, would you go to a general doctor or a top-rated heart surgeon? The same logic applies to business. A micro niche personal brand positions you as the go-to expert, making it nearly impossible for competitors to steal your audience. And the second reason this works so well, people follow people, not businesses. Consumers today would rather buy from a trusted individual than a faceless corporation. That's why personal brands are outpacing traditional brands in nearly every industry. And I can speak to this myself. The other day I was walking down to the counter on Walgreens to go to the register and pay for everything I was going to buy, and I stumble upon a pack of Feastables, Mr. Beast chocolate. Right next to that Feastable was a classic Hershey bar. Which one do you think I bought? I bought the Feastable because Mr. Beast has a face and he has a name, and it's someone that I know, that I recognize. And another thing is that I know what he's trying to do with this chocolate. I know the message that he's trying to spread, and I know the positive action that he's taking in order to make chocolate child labor free. And since I know all of that, now my initial reaction isn't just going to go buy the old Hershey bar that everybody's tried and everybody knows, whose CEO, I don't know what they're doing, I don't know who they are, right? I'm going to buy Mr. Beast candy, right? And that may sound stupid to some of you, that may make a lot of sense to some of you, but the reality is that's just the way that the trend is going. Look at Prime. Prime makes like $1 billion a year, and the only reason for it is the two faces are Logan Paul and KSI. That's it. They're not a superior product, They're not better than Gatorade. They're not better than Powerade. They just position themselves in a new market where people just buy for people. They don't buy for the business. So last but not least, the third thing making intent-based marketing the premier method in today's age is it's organic marketing that prints money for free. Here's the absolute best part of this method. It costs nothing. Social platforms are designed to push content that keeps people engaged. They want to keep people using the apps. So if you create valuable content that solves an actual problem, the algorithm works in your favor. Meanwhile, traditional ads are getting more expensive and less effective every single year. So would you rather spend thousands on ads that get ignored or post content that people actually want to consume for free? And the reason why organic content works so well is because it builds long-term trust and visibility. When you put out valuable content, you're creating an asset that continues working for you forever. Whether it's a viral TikTok, a well-performing YouTube video, or a well-ranked blog post, it's an asset that can generate traffic and leads for years. While an ad just stops working the moment you switch it off and you stop paying for it. And again, I can't stress this enough, platforms reward engagement. If your content keeps people on the platform, they will push it to more people for free. This is why mastering organic content is a cheat code that big brands can't keep up with. I'll take it even a step further. If you do it well enough and you engage people enough and you get a big enough audience, you will have a negative cost. You will make money for keeping people on the platform and keeping them hearing about you and your brand and your product. So here's the reality. Traditional marketing is dying, and the businesses that adapt will dominate. Now you might be wondering, if this method is so powerful, why isn't everyone doing it? Well, the answer is because the marketing industry is lying to you. Next week, I'm exposing why the entire marketing industry is a scam, and I'm breaking down exactly how they manipulate businesses into wasting millions on tactics that just don't work anymore. And if you're serious about switching to intent-based marketing and want my help implementing this in your business, click the link in the description to apply for my private program. Spots are extremely limited, so apply now before we fill up. See you in the next one.